Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Americana Bistro Grill. I'm your host, Dr. Rob here, serving you the best. Not only with the greatest stars such as Steve Turner. I recommend that you buy his CDs, but I also recommend that you buy the CDs of Doyle Turner, Ted Hajnasiewicz, and all of the others of the Midwest Country Music Organization, including Doyle Turner and Ted Hajnasiewicz. Which leads me to one of the greatest albums that have been recorded in the Midwest, especially Minnesota. Doyle Turner and Ted Hajnasiewicz, two of the geniuses that Minnesota has given, and the rightful heirs, along with others, of Bob Dylan, have combined together to form the International Treasures. I've heard the CD. I love it. I love it so much. I hear it here in my office. I love it a lot, which leads to my biggest question. How was International Treasures formed?
How was it formed? It kind of formed naturally, I think would be the best way I would say it. We met through the Songwriting Challenge group during COVID and started co-writing over the internet because we're 4 hours apart from each other. So we didn't really get to meet playing out or form a band, and we started co-writing, and the next thing you know, it's like, hey, he's a great writer, and then hey, he's a really great guy.
Both ways.
Oh,
that's how I felt too.
Yeah. So then it was like, we should do something together, and we talked about it we talked about it before Doyle's Sweet Difficult Sounds, and we started demoing way back, and then Doyle approached me. I can't remember where we were in the making of Sweet Difficult Sounds, and said, I'd like the next record to be us. And I'm like, are you sure? Because you got some good things going. And he was insistent.
Well, I think what really happened was we were playing out together, and it was really this great feel and symbiotic happening that was going on whenever we played. And so we thought, well, we want more of that. And things it was very organic. Move forward one step at a time. We got to write with Ted, got to play with Ted. And then we started taking some of our co-written songs and deciding, oh, maybe this needs to be on an album. And we had just a happy set of circumstances with recording it. We ended up at Joe and Susan Meyer's place, the Century Oak Studio. And they brought in some amazing players, and we recorded that album mostly live off the floor.
Right.
Yeah, because both of you apart, Ted, congratulations on all of the CDs that you have recorded. I love them. And Doyle, you're also on the biggest success. The fact that both of you could combine together, I somehow felt that this had to come, because when you have two of the greatest singers of Minnesota, and again, as I said, I'm going to repeat it because rightful heirs of Bob Dylan. If you could do everything apart, imagine together. I recommend to my public to see the YouTube. There is a YouTube with the Toilet Tunes by Sarah Morris, another one that I admire a lot, in which you had Ted Hajnasiewicz, Doyle Turner, Matthew French, and Sarah Morris in a hotel.
Yeah.
Not because of the hotel, it's because of the musical genius. And then that the four were able to sing. I don't know, I think it was from Minnesota to Iowa or the other way around, but regardless, there was the talent. This is inevitable. And I want to congratulate. Are you gonna be doing any concerts or anything around Minnesota or in the Midwest for International Treasures?
Yeah, we are going to play 2 shows, one today and one tomorrow night. And then we have a big album release show on September 17th at the Parkway Theater in Minneapolis. And that's going to have Sarah Morris and Matthew French as openers, as well as the Severin Moving Company and Matt and Ryan Rude from the Rabbit Hole Radio on Fuzz Talk Radio. They're going to MC it, and it's just going to be a big old party on September 17th.
Yeah, all dynamic duos the whole night.
Yeah.
No, I hope to be there at the party. If not there, at least appear at Zoom.
There you go.
We could probably do a Zoom interview with everybody around before you have the party.
Oh,
And
there
I
you
do
go.
want to, but I have another question for Ted. Deviating a little bit from this treasure. I wanted to personally congratulate Ted Hajnasiewicz for winning the MCMO Maverick Award of the Year after so many years of struggling. And you are a maverick in many ways. I want to congratulate you on your award.
Thank you so much.
You deserve it, and you deserve it. Besides the concerts you're going to be doing immediately, do you have anything in the distant future for International Treasures?
So the concert is September 17th. We're actually, I know by the time, I don't know when you'll post this, but legit today, to what today is, we're up in northern Minnesota. We're up in Doyle's neck of the woods, and we're playing
Bemidji.
in Bemidji. So we're playing south of Bemidji in LaPorte today, playing in Walker tomorrow. We've got a few things in between there. Frankly, I think we're both struggling to keep our itineraries straight. Like, thank God for having it all in a calendar on our phone.
Exactly.
I don't know here. I have to look.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'm going to be posting this today. Every time I do an interview with Zoom, I post everything the same day.
Perfect.
Very nice.
That makes things easy.
Number one, so that everybody knows about International Treasures and other successes. And second, I want to be sure that the interview is posted before you do the concert this afternoon.
Oh, excellent. Thank you for that.
I post everything the same day.
That's awesome.
And which leads to my next question. Let me see how I could paraphrase it. In Duluth, Minnesota, there's a church that is now a concert hall.
Sacred Heart.
Sacred Heart, yeah. I have a love of Sacred Heart because of the concerts and everything. My question is, will International Treasures perform in Sacred Hearts?
Well, if it happens, for sure, I'm 100% on that. That would be awesome.
If they'll have us, send them this interview. Yes, if they'll have us, yes.
Well, I don't know the people of Sacred Heart. Maybe since both of you are from Minnesota. Well, I'm from the Midwest too. I'm from Ohio, but I could try to send it to them. But maybe you or Sarah Morris or maybe the Foxgloves may have some influence in Sacred Heart.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, that's a beautiful venue. A lot of folks that from our writing group have played there. Brianne Marie and the Front Porch Centers and Christopher David Hansen. It's a beautiful spot. I've not heard any music there, but it looks wonderful.
But you have to. My suggestion. I have to see International Treasures perform in Sacred Heart.
We'll do what we can to make it come true, Dr. Rob.
And if it does, we'll live stream it for you.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Aside from that, everything else is everything else. Everything else is beautiful. Your music, Doyle, I congratulate you on your music. I congratulate Ted on your music, and also on International Treasures. I also wanted, in addition to having it, I'll talk about Sarah Morris and Matthew French and others of the Midwest Country Music Organization, such as Foxgloves and Megan Lacey and everybody else. I want to also talk about Steve Turner. I recommend everybody, please buy International Treasures. Go see the concerts. Buy from Doyle. Buy from Doyle Turner. Go to their Patreon. Go to Ted Hajnasiewicz Patreon. And also, please visit us in the Americana Bistro Grill. Any artist who wants to be interviewed, we will gladly interview you because we want to promote independent artists, true Americana artists. And if you're from the Midwest, we definitely want you also as well. Please come one and come all. And also, please, Steve Turner is also another musical genius. Not just because I have the hat. I have his CDs, and I'm also hearing his CDs here as well. In my office, not in my car. I have a terrible relationship with my car CD player.
Well, and when it eats your CDs, yeah, it's not a good thing.
I have the YouTube. I have the YouTube, but I'll either have to buy a connecting CD player or whatever. But right now, my sacred stuff stays in the office.
Good plan.
Yeah, because I either had them swallow it or they spit them out.
Oh no.
before I leave, yes, the spitting out one, I'll let you know. I hope some people are like, who are religious do not want to crucify me on this. But I had one CD, I had one religious CD, and the CD player, the Honda said bad disc, and they spit it out.
I hope that doesn't happen to my CD.
Right?
No, it did. Doyle, I had one CD which was a duplicate, because I usually duplicate them so that they don't eat the original CD.
Right.
And it was one of those CDs, those duplicate CDs of an original CD that I had a long time ago, and somehow my CD player swallowed it. So I said, "Oh no! I used to play your CDs and everything," and the CD player said, "No! I can't have that! I can't have that! I can't have that! If they swallow Doyle, they swallow Ted or Megan and the Birdwatcher, I'll have a heart attack."
Right.
So what do? I keep everything here. In the office. I'm
Good
even
plan.
wearing USA made clothing. I always wear it outside and inside. Also, please consume the All American Clothing Company of Ohio. I do not receive any money from them. I don't receive any money from them. I'm just simply a loyal customer, because I also believe that we have to have the money staying here in America, especially in the Midwest. It's not a political thing or anything. It's just that we have to be wearing our clothes and everything. And this is from the All American Clothing Company of Ohio. Any last words?
Oh, we are so pleased to be on with you. This is your support of Midwest artists is just admirable, and we appreciate that so deeply. So thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you so
Thank you.
much.
For me, it's a pleasure and an honor. And remember, I'm sending invitations, but I want people to come. And I do want to see it I hope one day to see Sacred Heart. I hope one day to see Sacred Heart and see both of you performing Sacred Heart. Maybe you could arrange something with Sarah Morris and Matthew and Katie Tessman for a big concert.
That would be fun. Those people are amazing and talented. That'd be great.
Mhm.
Something like a Midwest Country Music Organization tribute at Sacred Heart.
So,
We'll make it happen.
It's an idea.
yeah.
Not much for everybody from here in Miami, Florida, but we're not in the city. We're way in the boondocks between Naples and Miami. I'm much more close to the Florida city and the Florida Keys than I am to the city.
Okay.
So again, peace in, peace out, and peace everywhere.